I started the recording. I will share the screen. You guys are you able to see my desktop? I mean, screen, browser screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So as per Ajanta, we are moving. Attendance I took. Then second one, introduction about the faculty. Etiquettes to be followed. Learning objectives and outcome. Introduction about the topic. Explanation about the topic. Summarization. Question answers. Feedback if any. This was the session plan and that's the agenda. So attendance we already completed. Introduction about myself. Myself is Subramanian E. Belongs to Department of Information Technology. Working here for Ahmed for past 3.5 years and totally having 12.5 years experience in this teaching area. This is what my introduction. Then etiquettes. For today alone, I'm going to repeat again this. From next class onwards, we are going to skip this slide. That is from Tuesday class onwards. So do's and don'ts I'm expecting throughout the session. Do's, mute your audio and video until unless if it is prompted by myself. Then utterance will be taken at the start and end of the session. The next one, if I prompt you to switch on to your video, make sure that your backdrop is not distracting. Make yourself clean and comfortable and be in uniform. The next one, question and answers will be at the end of the session. I allotted separate session, but in some cases, if you have any doubts, you can raise your question at any point of time and clarify your doubts. This is what the do's. While we coming for don'ts, don't share your screen and don't message unnecessary messages in the chat box until unless if I prompted. Okay, well, this is what the thing etiquettes to be followed. Next one, learning objective. Objective and outcome. Yesterday we discussed. I am repeating once again to expose the awareness of cyber security issues and challenges in the IT environment. So, what are all the things going on in the area of cyber security? Then, what are the challenges you are going to face to solve the cyber security issues? That is what we are going to discuss in the objective. So, after studying this, what are the things you are going to do? That is going to achieve. That is what the learning outcome to understand the fundamentals of network security, security architecture, and threats. It means after understanding the issues and challenges, you are going to strengthen yourself, your family, your environment, and also if you are a businessman or you are going to support for any other business, I mean, you are going to support and you are going to strengthen as well. It is what the thing. So you are going to have the detail of the network security, security architecture at all. This is what the learning objective and learning outcome. So yesterday we discussed. I mean, I outlined some of the topics and points. That is, we discussed about overview of cyber security. So some points that are left out. So that is what we are going to discuss today. That is today's class was the continuation of the yesterday's class. So yesterday we discussed what is security and what are the three features in the security. Then we moved to the concept of cyberspace, and then we at last we came back to the concept of cyber security. It is what we did. Once again, I hearing and sound. Maybe somebody in the lobby, I guess, can still hear me. That is what we discussed. Can anyone tell that what are the three features of security? Yesterday we discussed three features of security. Can anyone tell that? What are three features available?
Confidentiality, infinity, availability, sir.
Yeah, confidentiality, integrity, and then availability. Exactly. Thanks for your response. This is what the thing we discussed. And then concept of the cyberspace. It is everyone get connected to one and other using this cyberspace. And next one, this concept of cybersecurity. That is what we discussed, and how we are going to secure your data. These are the things we discussed. So today's class, we are going to discuss the continuation. So yesterday I told that there is no clear-cut definition for cyber security, but famous university and Oxford Dictionary, we have some definition for cyber security. That is what we are going to see today. Cyber security definitions. So according to University of Maryland University College, cybersecurity is also referred as information technology security. In short, IT security focuses on protecting computers, networks, programs, and data from unintended or unauthorized access, change, or destruction. That is what we discussed yesterday in our securing our own data. That is, you want to reframe your security policies, security architecture. That is what the thing. So, uh, whatever the thing, whatever data you are having, you are the administrator. So, don't share anyone to take the privilege of your data. That is what the thing. So, cyber security, you are going to protect your machines. In short, we can also tell that your data, you are going to protect. You are the owner of the data, so you are going to protect your data. That is what, according to University of Maryland University College. The next one, Oxford Dictionary. So, according to Oxford Dictionary, the state of being protected against the criminal or unauthorized use of electronic data, or the measures taken to achieve this. This is also similar to the first definition, but somewhat there is a difference. It means unauthorized use of your data, and you are going to protect that. Some cases you are also taking some prevention methodology to achieve this protection. That is what the thing. So according to these two, these are the some basic definitions of cyber security. I heard another sound. Someone waiting in the lobby. It seems, yeah, Vijay. Okay. Then next one, according to ITU, that is Indian Telecommunication Unit. So cybersecurity is also part of the telecommunication. So there is a Indian Telecommunication Union. They framed some of the points and uh, uttered the definition. The definition of, according to ITUT, is cybersecurity is the collection of tools, policies, security concepts, security safeguards, guidelines, risk management approaches, actions, training, best practices, assurance, and technologies. That is, these are the things we discussed yesterday. How you are, or we are going to own our, that is secure our own data. That is what the thing we discussed. So it is a collection of all those things, which is going to be used to protect you from the cyber environment or the organization. or the individual user. So, with the help of this, you are going to protect yourself from the cyber environment, maybe yourself or the organization. That is what the definition they frame. Then the second point, cybersecurity strives to ensure the attainment and maintenance of security properties of the organization. Actually, our laws, that is judiciary laws, was framed in a very former days. That is very older days they framed. So on those days, the crime rate was very low. The strength of the crime rate was very low. But nowadays, there are so many crimes are going day by day and seconds by seconds. So we are not strengthening our security policies, that is laws. We didn't revamp our policies on by because of this only. There are so many vulnerabilities, attacks happening nowadays. The same thing also apply to the cyber security. If you are tighten one type of security, there is another loophole will created. So you want to concentrate that loopholes also. I am telling you about the computer networks. So if you are closing one part of the computer networks loopholes, there will be another loopholes created so that the attacker or intruder can easily intervene your data. That is what the thing. So frequently or oftenly, you want to have a security, change the security properties. That is what. For example, I am telling you are having your password. One password for many accounts is also leads you to misuse your data. That is, intruder can misuse your data. One password for all accounts, and different passwords also remains stable for a long period. It is for a prolonged period. You are having your own and one and only password. This is what the revamping of the security policies. So you want, what is the thing is you want to change your password very often. That is what the thing, because once the attacker intrudes, we may not aware about that. So very oftenly you can change your password means we can somewhat prevent yourself, your data from the intruders or the attackers. That is what, if you are using the net banking, there is some options called three times. If you mistakenly type your password knowingly or unknowingly, the accounts gets locked. And 85 days is the time period for having one password. So on the 86th day, there is a message prompts you to change your password. There might be a net banking password or the transaction password. Anything may be login password and the transaction password. Anything may be. It prompts you to change your password. That is the reason behind that. So this is a simple example for revamping your security policies. Okay, ma'am. Then the objectives, that is the security objective features. Yesterday we discussed so much of things. Okay, ma'am. Guys, have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, I got your point.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So next one, we are going to complete this cyber security overview. Okay. There are a few more slides. I will complete within the time. Okay. Internet enabled crime. So this cyber security crimes happening only through the internet, not through the, I mean, no physical violence at all. The violence going to happen only on the cyberspace, not on the normal environment, not on the physical, not maybe present in the physical. So criminals see lower risk and high rewards from cybercrime than through the physical crime. This is what the main thing nowadays. So many cyber crimes are booming. This is what the thing. Example, yesterday itself I told, if one guy reveals the secret of, I mean, secret project of one company to the another company, he will be highly rewarded. So there are much chance of exposing those things. So there is a leakage in the security. That is what the thing. So rewards the particular criminal in the sense the particular person get highly rewarded. That is what the main thing for doing this cyber crimes. Then second one, stealing confidential and national secrets by intelligence agencies and others now involves illegally accessing digitized information. Moreover, our PM insisting all to make or to convert everyone for the digitization to digital era, because there are so many age, older age, then new age, like this. Now we are having the information age. Now we are in the information age. It means all are under digitized environment. That is what the thing. That is what our PM motto. So he tries everyone to convert from the normal, that is new age, to the information age. That is what he uttered so many things. That is opening of the bank account. There are so many things going on regarding this digitization process. So before a days means before 2 years or 3 years back, we cannot see the much online transactions. Maybe in the petrol bunk online recharges, anything maybe. There is no much online transactions. But nowadays, very recently, if you visiting any business, small any person who runs a small business or small petty shop even, they are having the Paytm account, they are having the GPay, they are having the Amazon. The thing is, they are moving from new age to the information age. So while moving on this, for every action there will be a equal and opposite reaction. So for this digitization also, there will be a opposite reaction, that is the cyber security crime. So this is a very simple work. Sitting in the front of the computer, the person can steal your information, your money, and in some cases your dispute. I mean, your honesty also, getting some disputes. That is what the thing. So, example, if one person acting as an agent for Pakistan, example I am telling, he is giving all the information regarding the border informations or the military armed forces information to the Pakistan, means the Pakistan will take it into the account and the particular person gets highly rewarded. That is what the there are so many things going on. That is the terrorist teams. Okay, well, that is different. So the similar to that, the same thing is the cyber security crimes. This is what they explained in this point. Then nation states have the potential to disrupt an enemy's economy and perhaps reach their strategic objectives without risk to their armed forces. That is what I told. Without making an attempt to combat, it is without fighting, maybe a war, without having a war with the particular agent, that particular country PM or president or any other maybe can know about the strength and weakness of the another country, so that here, I mean, the particular country can make an easy attempt combat or easy attempt war. This is normal war. But the thing right now going on, there is another interpretation called as bio war, because the coronavirus, COVID virus spread by China to the maybe grooming countries, groomed country and grooming country. That is for the target, main target is America, and then our India. Like that, another interpretation also going in. I'm not sure with the interpretation, because this message is not the authentic one, complete one. Yesterday itself we discussed that integrity. So some interpretations were going on. Maybe it's maybe a rumor or maybe a truthful one. But we are not going into much deeper. Leave that. The second point, I mean the fourth point, there are fewer online barriers to anti-social behavior on the net than in face-to-face interaction. It means with the face-to-face conversation, maybe we have some point of some honesty we can expect, um, something we can expect from face-to-face communication. But in the online, we cannot know the persons. We cannot know the opponent person whom we are talking, whom we are discussing, whom we are sharing the information. So it is very useful for that particular opponent person to take much advantage about our own data. Nowadays, we are receiving so many mails, messages. For example, you are owning an lottery for this much amount. So, for the clearance of the customs, you want to pay this much amount so that you can own your car or own the money. Like that, some messages will come to your mail and maybe WhatsApp and your normal as a normal message as well. So, what the main purpose is, if you are clicking on that link and fill up in your data can be stealth from that particular person. Some persons have the much more eager and much more desire to earn money. So those persons are the prey for those particular persons. Okay, ba? So this is what the thing. So we cannot know our opponents. So we are not supposed or we are not able to combat with those particular opponents because we are not aware about the opponents whom we are talking, whom we are going to transfer such cases. Okay, ba? This is what the internet-enabled time. So the scope. What does scope means? Techniques of threat and attack analysis and mitigation. The second point, production and recovery technologies, processes, and procedures for individuals, business, and government. And at last, laws. There is policies and laws and regulation relevant to the use of computers and the internet. So this is what's the scope. So anyhow, we want to protect ourselves, this our data from the cyberspace environment. So we want to uh, make a fight with the opponent anyhow. But at the ultimatum, we are going for the laws. There is a judiciary. Then the thing is, cyber security is not a computer security. Computer security is different, cyber security is different. So don't make a confusion of these words with or these concepts with cyber security. That is what I listed. So computer security is different. Security engineering is different. Encryption is different. Computer crime is different. Computer forensics is different. Some cases, computer crime and forensics somewhat gets related with the cyber security, but not exactly. Okay, ba? Am I audible, guys? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thanks for the response. First one, computer security. Computer security is not a cyber security. It means normally, if any normal virus gets attacked to your computer, you can able to rectify that with the help of the AV, that is antivirus. Or some cases you can also rely on the firewalls. Okay, ba? So cyber security, cyberspace is different. Computer space is different because computer, you are the only one person going to use the computer. But if you are using the cyber activities, that is you are opening up your browser and then you are opening up any URLs and you are making a chatting, you are sharing your information to others, then only cyber security comes into the picture. of computer security. So in your computer, you are using the cyber space. That is what. Then security engineering is also different. That is a part of computer security. Then encryption. So encryption is a cryptography technique. That is what we are going to discuss in the unit number 3. So cryptography is different. So encryption your data and encrypting your data and decrypting your data. That is different. That was not comes under cyber security. Then computer crime and forensics investigation. So once the cyber security attacks happen, then this computer crime and forensics comes into the picture. So cyber security is not false on these concepts. Then it is a socio-technical systems problem. Security problem always stem from a mix of technical, human, organizational causes. It means cybersecurity is the socio-technical systems problem. Socio-technical means we are the social, that is, we are the people, we are the society, and technical in the sense the things going on in the cyberspace through the computer networks or networks of networks. That is what socio-technical issues. Then cyber attack. So in the cyber security, what are the harmful things we are facing in our day-to-day life is cyber attack. So it means a malicious attempt using digital technologies to cause personal or property loss or damage and or steal or alter confidential, personal or organizational data. Example, the cyber attack I'm telling, you are knowing the hacking concepts. So you are trying to edit your marks from the server of the university. That is what the editing, it is altering the confidential information. So accessing the server of any other organization, any university, educational institutions, any other person's data. So not only accessing, some cases you can access, some cases you can modify the data. That is what I told yesterday. So nowadays there is a frequent messages coming from the famous personalities that I didn't tweeted that, I didn't texted that, I didn't posted that in my social space. My admin only did or my account hacked. Like this, so many messages are coming recently. Okay, va? So that is the information. That is the particular person's mail or social space accounts hacked and altered. That is what the cyber attack. Then insider attacks, external attacks. There are two types of attacks under cyber attacks. So insider attacks, this particular person was not much harmful person. Like we discussed on 7 types of hackers. So this insider attacker person comes into the category called blue hat. So blue hat, gray hat, not a blue hat, gray hat. Gray hat is the insider attack person. So for a prank purpose, he or she going to perform some attacks. For example, you are going to attack your friend in order to make some prank. So that is not comes under the exact category of cyber crime or cyber attack. Okay, va? That is what the thing. Attacks, the points are attacks to an organization carried out by someone who is inside that organization. Second point, difficult to counter using technical methods, as the insider may have valid credentials to access the system. That is what. So, as you are the person working for one organization, you are able to access some details, some may not. For the may not you have accessing, you can establish a privilege or rights so that you can have a rights to access those information also, because in each and every organization there is a server room. That server room is be administrated by some other person, so you are not supposed to enter to that server room. But if you are the friend of that particular administrator person, or some cases if you are knowing that username password of that administrator, you can able to log in from your machine itself. That is what the insider attacks. So for the prank purpose, some persons may do this sort of attacks and falls on gray hat hackers category. Then next one, external attack. So in the external attack, some persons outside of the organization, they don't have any exact rights to access all the information, but that particular person going to access and steal all your data. That is what attacks to an organization carried out by an external agent. That is requires either valid credentials or the exploitation of some vulnerability to gain access of the systems or gain access to the system. That is, I will tell one more thing. That is, if the particular person working for an organization, after some point of time, that particular person shifted from that organization to next organization, means the organization wants to revamp the security policies. That is, the organization wants to change at least a password if one of the administrator leads the organization. But if the particular organization has the same username and password, once the particular person left the organization also, then the problem arises. So the particular person working for another organization trying to log in to the machine with the same username password. If he gets access, he able to exploit all the security informations about the past company to the present company or present organization. There are two things happens. One, the particular person gets high reward, and he also took the revenge of the past company or past organization. That is what. So requires either valid credentials. So valid credentials, when the particular persons will get, means maybe the particular person will be the worker, I mean employee of the previous organization in the previous days. That is what the thing, external attacks. So some example, California hospital admits to insider data breach. That is, one of the former member took out the records of some patients. So he or she, the employee, sell the patient's record to the world medical market, so that the particular person will be the prey to the medical market. That is what. So two things maybe happen. One is data prey, and another one is organ prey. Some cases, most of the time, the organ prey only will happen. That is what the example news. Then malware. So malware, very first verse onwards, I told it is the expansion of malicious software. So nowadays, it the malicious software comes throughout to your account, this mail account, or to your computer, or to your mobile with the help of the app. Okay, ma'am? So the user, as the user, we are not able to identify separately as a malware, which is going to be a harmful thing. So software that has some malicious intent and which is installed on a user's computer without that user's consent, because we are not aware about that, we are going to click okay, okay, okay. If The particular app going to access your photos, okay. The particular app going to access your videos and calls, okay. We are giving everything okay. So without our consent, the malware gets installed to your computer. Then the next one is keyloggers. So this is what happening in the ATM also. So some softwares, that is a malware, get installed to your mobile or machine or to the ATM machines even. The thing is, whatever the key you are pressing, that information gets transferred to the particular person. It is the administrator. That is what the keylogger malware. So in the ATM, if you are pressing the PIN number, you are going to press the key. So the key pressing gets accounted or gets monitored. So if you are entering your PIN number, inserting your ATM card and entering your PIN number using the keyboard, then you are exposing your PIN number to some other person. So while you are leaving, your PIN number gets attacked by the another person. That is what thing. Then the second point, used to try and get personal information to gain access to sites such as banks. That is what I told a ATM example. This is what for ATM machine. While we coming for our personal computer, that is PC, you are visiting any bank, you are doing any transactions. Maybe you can do a mobile recharge, you can do a DTH recharge, or you can purchase any material, any things from the online sites, maybe Amazon, Flipkart, anything maybe. So all the keys gets accounted nowadays. The frequent keyloggers are Netflix and Amazon. So in the Amazon Prime, if you have an account, means you can watch so many new movies at all. So the keyloggers going to steal your whatever the key you are pressing when you are logging into your Amazon Prime or Netflix, so that your account gets shelved from the some other person, and that particular person have access of your entire account. This is what the thing. Then the famous thing, ransomware. Guys, have you heard that word ransomware?
No, sir.
No, still now you don't know about ransomware. Anyone? No one knows. No one sees the newspaper. No one sees the Facebook updates. Hmm? No one.
No, sir.
Okay. So there is a famous ransomware which occupies throughout the world. So yeah, the attack was very high. What is the purpose of this ransomware? Means in the user computer, it will runs. That is a software that runs on a user's computer and demands that the user pays some other organization. That is, once the ransomware gets into your machine through the cyberspace, that ransomware steals all your data and taken into one account. And the particular administrator frequently text you or call you regarding your data. So that particular administrator going to threaten you, for this much data you want to pay this much amount to my account, then only I will release the data or I will sell your data to the online market. Like that, the threatening will come from the administrator person. There are the famous talks and ransomware went on recently also in the Indian, as not the Indian attacked. The US got attacked, China got attacked, Australia. Some other countries gets attacked with this help of the ransomware. Okay, well, so that ransomware comes from the cyberspace and occupies your machine. That is what the thing. So if you are not willing to pay, then the information on their computer will be destroyed. Either destroyed and then you can the particular data can be sold to the online market. Whatever the thing, whatever the relevancy of the data sold to the particular person, so that you are losing your respect, your honesty from the particular organization or particular person. Example, I am telling, if you are sorry, if one X working for as an auditor for one company, so the auditor has the information, or auditor knows all the information, maybe the uh, topmost black level and also the white level currencies, that is money. White level currency also he know that, he have account of it. Black currency level also he knows that. So if one ransomware comes into the machine of auditor, then the auditor is the prey, and the organization is also prey to that particular administrator. So the organization also going to pay for the particular person, auditor also going to pay for the particular person. That is what the demanding, the bargaining will going on using this ransom. That is what I think. Then transmission. So transmission, it mostly get attached with the application. Then viruses. One second. Viruses and worms. Yeah, viruses and worms. So you very well know about this virus and then worms, I guess. So have you know about virus? What is virus, guys?
Sir, it is a type of
Ah,
malware which gets
ah,
into your computer and like
ah,
it destroy your files, like it corrupts your
ah.
file and your whole
Yeah,
data which is
yeah,
present in your
yeah.
computer.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah. Your name, pa?
Sir, Anirudh sir.
Ah, okay, 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 pa. Exactly the answer. So it going to enter into your machine and it going to corrupt. That is your the particular virus going to eat all your informations. That is what the virus. Worm. Worm is also similar to virus, but the difference are malware can autonomously spread. So normally, what is meant by worm? It is a sandworm. There is a sandworm also. So the uniqueness of the worm is, if you cut out the worm, they can act as two species. If you cut another worm into two, that is the cutout worm into again two pieces, it going to act as a four worms, like that. So worm can be act independently. That is what the word autonomously. So if you are using the antivirus to clear, then it going to spread autonomously by its own. That is what the antivirus, sorry, worm. Okay, ba? So no I mean, some antivirus only have the capability to have a fight with worm. This is what the thing I want to share. So until this, I'm going to conclude. The rest of the things we can see by next class onwards. Okay, ba? So there's no time, I guess. Already time is 9:55. Okay, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to take the attendance and then conclude the session. I'm going to stop the sharing. Okay. I'm going to take attendance. Guys, unmute your audio so that you record your presence again. Yeah. Adarsh,
Yes, sir.
Akash, Akash, Jaysurya, Jaysurya, there are no. Mageshwaran, Azhar,
Yes, sir.
Shoaib,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aravind,
Yes, sir.
Saranraj,
Yes, sir.
Ranjit Kumar. Someone came with the name Ranjit Kumar. Mining Ranjit Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Pavendan, Antonio, Vishnu,
Yes, sir.
Ardra,
Yes, sir.
Noel,
Present, sir.
Hari, Nitish Balaji,
Yes, sir.
Raghavendra,
Yes, sir.
Sriviramani,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sir.
Subham,
Sir.
Yogeshwaran,
Yes, sir.
Shivaguru,
Yes, sir.
Aniruddha,
Present, sir.
Krishna Kumar, Omkar,
Present, sir.
Ranjit Kumar, Petroleum, Danuj,
Sir,
Yadudev,
Present, sir.
Astin Calip,
Sir. Sir. Krishna Kumar.
Yeah.
Sir.
what pa?
Krishna Kumar.
Petroleum.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Kamlesh,
Present, sir.
Milan Magato, Suraj,
Yes, sir.
Pradeep,
Yes, sir.
Shobit,
Yes, sir.
Vijay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but
Sir, Austin, sir. Sir, Austin, present.
Astin Calip. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pa. Thanks for your patience and presence. Keep safe. Take care about yourself. We will meet on our next class on Tuesday. Okay, pa. Thanks a lot, pa. You can
Okay,
leave.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Stop.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Pa.
Sir.